let's get into it. Let's talk about the gym structure first, because that's most people's first barrier to entry when it comes to this fight game. They look at Google, they check out their local listings, however they may find them. They hear about it word of mouth. They see somebody in a hoodie. However they recognize that the local gym is the place to go, that's what they learn. That's what they do. They go to the gym, and they have this ambition because they watch ESPN. They had a streaming service. They got Fight Pass. Maybe they bought a magazine. They've always had this passion. They just never acted on it. So they walk into a gym, and they want to know, is this how I get fights? They don't want to know if this is where I train. They don't want to know if this is where I improve. They want to know is, how do I get fights? That's what they want to know. And that's what they want to do. How do I get fights? And honestly, it's all they care about. It's all they care about. And to some degree, we've talked about this before, like, hey, we want to sell you the bread that you want to eat, not the bread that is on the shelf. Well, there's some problems sometimes, because sometimes the bread has to be made. And when you come in and you just want to fight, but you don't want to do the things that will have longevity in the fight game, because that's what it's really about, is having that longevity so that you're not hurt, consistently. You can only suffer so many injuries before you're just not the same athlete. All right. You can't keep taking injury after injury. I know I heard Sean Strickland talking about how he likes to spar, Guess what? As he gets older, that's not going to be true. And that's definitely not true for everyone who trains. Not everyone can just spar hard that way. Sparring hard should be measured out like anything else. It should be planned. In fact, at this level, the two things that are most important to a combat sports athlete are communications and schedules. Everything needs to be scheduled out in advance. In other words, when you first enter that gym, there should be a deadline to when you have your first sparring session, when you have your first fight camp, when you have your first fight. Everything needs to be measured out. So when you walk into the gym and they say, okay, you're going to pay us in the beginning $120 a month, $50 a month, whatever it is, that look of shock is going to come over you. It's going to come over your face. You're going to say, what? No, you don't get it. I'm talented. I'm special. You should just let me train here for free or even pay me. That's not how it works. All right. The reason that they're going to charge you is because you're not paying for a fight camp. All right. You're not getting a fight camp. You're not getting a private coach. You're not getting sponsorship. You're not getting nutrition, a masseuse, or any special service. You're not getting that. All right. You're paying for classes. You get the wrestling class if they have one, the jiu-jitsu class, the boxing class, the kickboxing class, the MMA class, the Muay Thai class, whatever they have under their umbrella. That's what you're getting. That's what you're paying for. When you walk into the gym and you pay that $100 to $150 a month, that's what you're paying for. Now, let's go back to these guys who want to train for free. Unless you bring a high level of skill in one of those areas already to the point where you can be the instructor or a valuable member of the fight team, or you're already a professional fighter that they can market and brand to attract other people. Bottom line is you have to bring something to the table if you want to train there for free. That's how it works.